Thank you for tuning in this Sunday evening. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. Before in the 5, it's Gordon and Jokic. And it's Porter. And at the 3, the small forward. And for the Rockets, at the guard positions, Van Fleet and Green. Dylan Brooks out there with Amen Thompson. And it's Şengün in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Brown. Here's Jokic. The shot, no good. Good D by Thompson. Clark, what we appreciate, for some players, success can change them, but not for Jokic. He seems like the same guy.
He certainly does, boy, and he is special. He is so much fun to watch. Seems to be even-keeled and down to earth, but his game is heaven sent for sure.
Now, Jokic, following the miss by Fred VanVleet from deep. Back to Jokic. Shoots over VanVleet. Kicks it out to Gordon. Lets the 3 fly. Buries it from three-point range.
Well, you can't let Gordon have room from outside. I mean, he's more than capable of knocking down those perimeter shots.
Picked off in midair. Şengün against Jokic. Here's Murray. Back to Jokic. Just 5 to shoot. Denver needs to get off his shot. Brown's shot is off.
Just 1 of 4 from the floor. Not the start they were looking for here.
Şengün with a screen on Murray. Here we are, Greg, looking at early returns from these teams. It's pretty revealing.
Yeah, the first few games of the season quickly tell you what you're good at. And they tell you also what you need to work on.
And you look at this year's Denver team, Greg, trying to get more from their bench than they did last year.
Yeah, and you just don't want your starters to play so many minutes that they get gassed in the postseason. That's something Denver's trying to avoid this time around. Easier said, though, than done.
And Alperen Şengün gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Puts it up from 12, and Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Gordon.
I know Jokic would perhaps rather find penetration, but he can hit these mid-range looks as well.
And it's Thompson with the jam.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Denver's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Porter kicks to Murray. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. And it's good for 2. Jokic just got his second basket of the night.
Well, I tell you what, passes like that from Murray will keep his teammates working hard to get open because they know he'll find them.
Brooks misses. And it's Porter with the ball for the Nuggets. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
Yeah, I mean, we saw a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
And, everything seemed to just kind of flow naturally for them. It felt like they were in the groove from the opening tip.
And now let's take a moment to check out the stats for Jalen Green. A very nice season for him last year. Last season put up about 19 points per, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. Even though his numbers have been more than solid, I think he'll want to step his game up to another level.
Yeah, and on paper, those numbers are terrific. Most players would be thrilled with those numbers, but as good as they are, I know this guy expects more of himself.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Thompson from long range. Buries the long-range jumper. Thompson's got 5.
Defensively, you have to live with Thompson making those because if you get up too close at the arc, Ahmed will blow right by you.
Pass to Jokic. A 3. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Rockets trail by 8. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, here's what Houston's head coach had to say earlier. Now the obvious concern is Nikola Jokic, particularly as a playmaker. Coach told me if Jokic goes off for 40 himself, we can still win if we hold his teammates down. But that's tough when he's hitting those guys in their favorite spots. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Now, here's Jokic. Second chance shot, and it's blocked by Şengün.
Lots of athleticism for the long center. Şengün getting it done.
The Nuggets leading by 5. Jokic with it. Now Green defending. Stolen by Brooks. Thompson outside. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. A three-pointer is right on target. Van Vliet's got a couple of threes now in the first for Houston. Wide open look here for Murray. The Nuggets with another miss.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last three, but it just wasn't in the cards.
Thompson, a screen on Jokic. Şengün, and that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Denver's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Bounce pass, Gordon. The fader. It's rebounded by Houston. This the first chance to take a look at the Nuggets this season. Here's Van Vliet. No good. That would have tied it. The Nuggets have gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Murray finds Porter, and here's Jokic, covered by Van Vliet. 9 feet out. And Jokic throws it down.
Impressive seeing Jokic go off like this. I mean, you can tell his teammates are being energized by what he's doing.
And here's Van Vliet from the arc. It's hauled in by Michael Porter. The Nuggets leading by 4. Pass to Gordon. Brooks against Porter. For 3, Murray. Good, and a nice assist from Porter.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
Lighting it up from outside. Hard to keep up with this.
Van Vliet with the bucket.
He was determined to get those points back. You could just see the competitiveness of Van Vliet there.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Nuggets. Russell Westbrook's checked in for Denver. The 2K leaderboard provides us now with this list of last season's assist leaders. Jokic is 3rd.
Very few guys pass the ball better than he did. I mean, he didn't just have eyes in the back of his head. It's almost as if he had them on both sides, too.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Green. That's his first foul. Şengün against Jokic. Pocket 6. Outside, Porter. Traps in the tray.
Great three-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance.
Bring music, scorching those nets. How long can they keep this up, though?
Van Vliet can't get that one to fall.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass. Monster quarter for him. He's put the team on his back, trying to carry them to the W.
Şengün kicks to Van Vliet. And it's off from three-point range. Porter against Brooks. From downtown, Murray, no good.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Count that one from Van Vliet.
A versatile three-point shooter. Van Vliet can hurt you from anywhere behind that arc.
Murray, the pass to Westbrook. The kick out to Porter. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Porter's got 6.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
I like the activity there, keeping the ball alive and creating some second-chance buckets.
And Westbrook, here we go. And finished off by Westbrook.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, they're doing everything right. How about that? I mean, this could turn into a blowout very quickly.
Now here's Westbrook. And Thompson sends it back.
on the hunt to make a big defensive impact. Thompson denying that shot.
Brooks finds Şengün. Over Jokic. It's hauled in by Michael Porter. Porter's got 6 rebounds in the game. In the corner, Murray with it. From outside, off the mark.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Another miss by Houston. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. The Nuggets shooting their first free throw of the night. And timeout is called by Bynogme. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Houston with a big group substitution here. Hayes checked in. Tari Eason comes in for Dylan Brooks. Cam Whitmore, he's checked in for Jalen Green. And Aaron Holiday's subbed in for Fred VanVleet. And Denver also making a switch. Watson's checked in. Now here's Murray. Boy, he was something else against San Antonio. Right side, Gordon. It's rebounded by Şengün.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Clark, as you look at the career of Aaron Gordon, he has blossomed into an elite role player.
Yeah, and I love the fact that he's done that. He's embraced his role. He's embraced taking fewer shots and playing more defense and getting on the glass more and making hustle plays. Not everybody would do what Aaron has done. It's a credit to him that he's been able to, again, embrace, not just accept, but embrace the role that he serves for that championship team.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball. The Rockets making the shot.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he'd be a little bit more selective tonight.
Here's Watson. And off there. He misses his first shot of the night. Gets trailed by 10. Here's Kay. Off the left rim and out.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
To the middle. Deflects the pass. Kicks it out to Gordon. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And they were one of the NBA's top 5 fast break teams. Not many were better on the break than this one.
And you just mentioned it. What a year it was for him on the glass. The sheer effort and energy they put into their rebounding was tremendous. Whitmore with it, coming off a stellar performance against Utah. Here's Şengün. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Westbrook finds Watson. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. And the Nuggets lead by 12.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And let's not forget how terrific they've been on the offensive glass, throwing themselves on that backboard and being rewarded with additional points.
Here's Westbrook following the 3 by Houston that way. And that one's good by Porter.
Yeah, second chance points, a huge issue right now. They're getting steamrolled inside.
Well, guys, nobody's boxing out. I mean, I could go out there and get an offensive rebound. They're just watching. And if you're the coaching staff, that's unacceptable.
Poked loose, stolen by Holiday. And here we go, fast break, and Whitmore's got it. Houston moving the ball around. No good on the triple.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. And there's another one for the Nuggets.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
The Nuggets leading by 13. Ball stolen. Pass to Gay. There's the triple. That shot missing.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Boy, he has put in.
Jokic firing on all cylinders for the Denver Nuggets. His stat line has been terrific. As the quarter ends, he's already got a double-double. Right back after this break. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And for the Nuggets, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
So out there for the Nuggets right now, Porter is out there with Peyton Watson. Then there's Russell Westbrook. Then it's Jordan. And it's Strother in at the two-guard spot.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Here's Gay. And the wide-open shot from Green. Nailed from three-point land.
Green lethal off the catch. Good rhythm on that play.
Holiday against Westbrook. Outside Porter. Back to Westbrook. And finished off by Westbrook.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
And it's Whitmore missing.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these three. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
Great, you look at today's point guards. So many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times, it's to ignite it.
Denver making a switch here. Brown's checked in. And he can't hit the second.
You don't see him have too many of those trips to the line.
Pass to Gay. Whitmore with it. Outside Holiday. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
And it's Aaron Holiday with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Watson, he's checked in for Denver.
In for the Nuggets, number 8, Watson.
Westbrook against Holiday. Now here's Westbrook. Tight defense on him. Drops in the layup for 2. Westbrook's got 10 points in the game.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Pass to Green. Here's the 3. Denver grabs the miss. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, GA?
Kevin, the Rockets are making progress. Coach Ime Udoka said it doesn't happen overnight. Changing habits and things like that takes time. Guys learn and grow at a different pace. My thing is getting us all on the same page. We're not that far off. Kevin, they sure look like they're building in the right direction.
David, they are, and some good vets have helped as well. And we thank you for that report. And the Rockets making a change here. Williams is checked in. With the break in the action, here is the 2K leaderboard to show us the league's best shooting teams last season. 4th, the Nuggets.
Hard to shoot the ball any better than they did. I mean, they weren't the best in the league, but, man, they were right there.
All 3 off the mark. The Nuggets leading by 18. Brown, the pass to Westbrook. Pass to Porter. Holiday against Westbrook. With the teardrop, the Rockets pull it in. Eason's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Gay. And some nice passing there by Houston. Williams for 3. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
It's no good. Misses his first shot of the night.
You can see he just rushed it a little bit. Lost the focus, I think. And another miss. Whew, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have. You're right. Pass to Westbrook. Over Holiday. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Big game thus far for Westbrook offensively. Not a surprise coming from him, but he is clearly amped up in this one.
Here's Whitmore. The three-pointer off the mark. Last game for Houston, they picked up the win against Utah. Brown off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And they get it back. Pass to Whitmore. Outside Holiday. Jordan with the rebound. The Nuggets leading by 17. And Cam Whitmore picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts him on the line, so we got to be careful the rest of the way.
Jamal Murray, he's checked in for Peyton Watson. So it's Denver now. Brown, the pass to Jordan. Here's Brown. Murray outside. It drops for his second made shot of this game. And unimpressive 2 of 7 though.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Jamal Murray is still an elite scorer, and Clarkie has fought through so many injuries.
And it's remarkable that he's as explosive off the bounce as he is after the injuries that he's dealt with. His ability to create a shot, especially at crunch time, one of the best in the league. The pull-up jumper, the teardrop, and the three, he's got all of those.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Shots good by Williams. Williams has got 5 now.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
All right, a chance to check out the numbers for Westbrook. Last season's performance for him averaged about 11 points a game, 4 assists, and 5 rebounds. And always nice to have a guy like him who can really defend at a high level coming off the bench.
You know, when you can sub in a lockdown defender, that's a major plus.
A new lineup here for Houston. And Denver with a change here, too. Jokic, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan.
We've seen Van Vliet become a really good outside shooter, but I think he's still at his best going to the rim.
The kick out to Westbrook. The three. A putback. Şengün with the rebound. Van Vliet outside. Brooks from outside. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
Good to see Brooks connecting from three-point land because it helps open up everything else for him and his team.
Murray, the pass to Westbrook. And he uses the glass on the layup. Westbrook's got 19 points.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Brooks setting the pick for Thompson. No good from outside. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. And Jokic slams it in.
And Joker doesn't get up too often, but when he slams it down, it feels like he's trying to bring the basket with him.
There's Green with the three. Drills the three-pointer. Green's got a pair of triples in the second now for Houston.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Westbrook kicks to Porter. Jokic with his screen on Thompson. Porter. The Rockets pull it in. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Rockets trail by 15. Brooks, the pass to Thompson. And some nice passing there by Houston. And it's Green missing. Denver's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Nikola Jokic, Clark, is as skilled A big as we have seen. When he has the ball, he can really affect the opposition.
Yeah, he's such a great passer, and he's got tremendous size. I mean, people forget because he's pretty nimble and agile that he's, right at 7 feet tall, 7'1", with really long arms. So he's a problem just from the size standpoint. Then you factor in his otherworldly skills as a passer, as a shot maker, as a basketball player. And now you've got something that's as unique as we've seen in, I think, the history of the game.
It's good on the putback. And the Nuggets lead by 19.
Savvy, size, length, strength, touch. Jokic a low down on the blocks.
And it's Whitmore missing.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Rockets shooting 33% in the second quarter. The offense has looked crossed up and confused at times. Brooks finds Van Vliet. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Van Vliet's got 17.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
No one near Westbrook as he lets it go. And it's Denver scoring again.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Can't get it to go. Now 6 of 12 from the floor. Jokic passes to Brown. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Now we get a chance to check out Nikola Jokic. Great showing for him last season. And of course, he was among the best in the league when it came to putting the ball in the basket. Top 10 in scoring.
And as you mentioned, top 3 in assists last year. He did a great job of setting the pace, finding the open man, making the simple delivery. The Rockets making a switch here. Eason's checked in. Denver also making some changes. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Peyton Watson. And Porter subbed in for Christian Brown. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Van Vliet can't get that one to fall. Denver leading by 22 to the paint. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And when Gordon is launched and in the air like that, he's a mesmerizing guy to keep an eye on and just get out of the way.
Van Vliet outside. A three-pointer, no good. Here's Denver now. They're on a 16-6 run. Murray dishes to Westbrook. Murray kicks to Westbrook. Pulls it up. And it's good off the back rim and in. Murray's got 4 this quarter.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Rockets shooting 31%, not looking sharp offensively to say the least. And here's Brooks from outside. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2 for 6 start.
And when Brooks has his jumper working, the defense needs to locate him as soon as they can.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Now here's Porter. Pass to Jokic. 5 on the clock. The kick out to Westbrook. For the 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Eason's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. It's tipped. Now Van Vliet. He's covered by Murray. Gordon inside. It's up against Thompson. And it's Gordon missing. And here are the Rockets now. Pass to Thompson. In the corner, it's Eason. Oh, good with the triple. The Nuggets leading by 23. Baseline J on the way. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Eason with it. Houston moving the ball around. Van Vliet can't get it to go. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
You know, what makes Jokic truly exceptional in my mind is the versatility. You know, he's a really good passer, and that to me is a tremendous distinction, not to mention how he scores and does the other stuff he does out there.
Williams kicks to Van Vliet. Thompson in the corner. The Rockets again can't hit. And so it's the Denver Nuggets holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to I thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
They're really hitting the boards, making a major effort. That's a big reason why they're up.
Well, that's the rebounding expert on the...
And now let's take a... Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Yeah, he's got that locked-in look in his eyes tonight, and he's not going to start taking it easy. I think he's going to be going hard until that final whistle blows.
We've got Williams, also Tari Eason out there. And it's Whitmore in at the shooting guard position. And that's the group in there for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist from Porter. Porter's got 5 assists in the game. Eason passes to Williams. Now Whitmore connects from 3-point range. Whitmore's got 6.
And this is crucial to Whitmore's development, wanting to continue to improve as a scorer.
Brown the pass to Porter. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here.
Nuggets ball.
With this break in the action, we can show you the teams that had the most rebounds last season. The Rockets 4th.
Boy, I tell you what, they never eased up on the boards throughout last season. I mean, they were tenacious. They persevered. They were aggressive. I mean, they went after the boards hard.
And for Houston, they're shooting 31%, not looking sharp offensively, to say the least. Here's Whitmore. Pass to Eason. Back to Holiday. Over Porter. The shot by Holiday, no good. Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. For 3, Murray. It's rebounded by Houston.
It's 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
On the wing, Williams. For 3. Jokic grabs the miss. Denver's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Murray with it. Williams picks him up.
Jokic doing a really good job that time, concentrating and maintaining his balance despite being fouled.
And Greg, something that is so important to this team, Jamal Murray's shot creation.
It is, Kevin. He creates so much with the ball or off of it. The work he puts in on offense frees up everything for his teammates. Great competitor who's really a perfect fit with this core. Just no chance there for the defense. Major size disadvantage. He's got no business trying to stop that slam. Just get out of the way.
Pass to Whitmore. No good on the 3.
Ooh, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Gordon the pass to Brown. Here's Murray, and then Murray with the jam.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Puts it up from 15, and again it's Denver.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
The shot by Howard.